What up, everybody? InstructaBeats back again. Today talking about division using the standard algorithm focused on how to divide when you have a two-digit divisor. This is video number 6 in our division playlist. We hope you will check out the other videos as well as our resource songs about how to divide using the standard algorithm, what division is, and what to do when you have a remainder. Let's dive right in. So during this lesson, we'll be dividing things like this. 345 divided by 24 equals a very confused monkey, right? And so our dividend is obviously the same thing. It's just going to be any number. It's a number that's being shared, split up, or separated. But today we're talking about what to do when the divisor is not one digit, but two digits or even more. And although that can be confusing, there is good news, okay? And that is you can make this really easy by following the steps in this video. So first, the objective, we've already talked about it. Today you will be able to divide using two-digit divisors by using the standard algorithm. Now, your steps for success are going to be the same exact thing as before. The first one, the dividend goes inside, the divisor outside. Secondly, you're going to make an easy multiple sheet. So when you do a two-digit divisor, it's very important that you do this step before you start dividing. It will save you time. It will take a little time up front, but then all of your math thinking, all of your multiplying and how many groups, that will all be done, and you can just take it right off your easy multiple sheet and put it into your algorithm. Step number 3, you're going to follow how many groups, multiply, subtract, bring down. So nothing's changed as far as the steps that you're doing. The only thing that's changed today is the amount of digits in your divisor. And then, as always, you are only done when there is a digit over each digit in the dividend. And that's very important to always double check that, that you're done because you have a digit over every digit in the dividend, which means you have brought down every digit in the dividend. So here's what I do, okay? Just like always when you divide using the standard algorithm, the dividend goes inside and your divisor is going to go on the outside. Now, your steps are going to be the same. Okay, how many groups, multiply, subtract, bring down. And your easy multiple sheet is going to be the same. It's going to look a little bit different because you might not know your 33 times tables, right? And that's okay. So what you're going to do is we're going to realize that multiplication is repeated addition, and we're going to make our easy multiple sheet like this. We're just going to use it doing repeated addition. We're going to circle every time we get a new group. So our first group of 33 is 33. When we add 33 to that, right, we're going to get 66. 66 is our second group of 33. We're going to add another 33 to that, and you're going to get 99. 99 is going to be our third group. So instead of trying to memorize our 33s or do it in our head, we're just showing our work right here, which is always, always, always a great idea. So our next group is going to be 132, and that's going to be our fourth group. Our next group is going to be 165, that's going to be our fifth group. Our next group is going to be, I'm going to guess, 198. That's going to be our sixth group. Our next group, okay, is going to be 11, regroup, 13, regroup again, 231. Okay, so that's going to be my seventh group. My next group is going to be pretty easy. 264, that's going to be my eighth group. And then I want one more group, so I'm going to expand it down like this, and I'm going to get 297, and that's going to be my ninth group. And again, repeat addition is multiplication, so 33 times 4 is 132. So now I've done all my big thinking already over here. Now I'm just going to be following my steps of
how many groups, multiply, subtract, bring down. How many groups, multiply, subtract, bring down.
How many groups, multiply, subtract, bring down, which is the exact same thing you're doing when you had a one-digit divisor. So the first thing we're going to ask ourselves is how many groups of 33? So you got to do the whole divisor. How many groups of 33 fit into 7? That's obviously going to be 0. You're going to multiply 33 times 0, get 0, subtract, get 7, bring down, and now you can take a break, and your new number is 78. So now you're going to start back over. How many groups of 33 fit into 78? So come over to your easy multiple sheet. You can fit in 66. You can't fit in 99. So that was 2 groups. So above my 8, I'm going to put a 2. I've already multiplied this by doing repeated addition. That's 66. 33 times 2 is 66. I subtract, I get 12. I bring down my 9, and my next number is 129. How many groups of 33 fit into 129? Well, I look over here at my easy multiple sheet. I can't fit 4. I can only fit 3 groups right here. So I put my 3 above my 9. 33 times 3 was 99. I've already done that thinking. I put it right here. I subtract. I just take my time so I don't make a silly mistake. And I'm going to get 30 left over. I'm done because even though I have a big remainder, that's okay because I have a digit over each digit in my dividend and my remainder is less than my divisor. So my answer is 23, remainder 30. So sometimes that gets confusing because some people are like, that can't be right. My remainder is bigger than my quotient. That's okay. If you have a digit over each digit in your dividend and your remainder is smaller than your divisor, right? It doesn't matter what this number is. This number could be 1, remainder 1,000,000, and you could still be right. Your remainder can be a bigger number than your quotient. It just can't be bigger than your divisor. So that's how you use your easy multiple sheet using repeated addition. Let's go ahead and look at another one. Let's do this one together, and then there's going to be a you try after this. So first of all, we should put our dividend inside, right? And our divisor goes on the outside. And then we're going to make our easy multiple sheet for 67. And you know what? This is going to take a couple minutes because I want to make sure I do it right. But it's so helpful when you have this because all you're doing is taking your information from here and plugging it into your algorithm. So take your time, show your work. Don't try to add 67 plus 67 in your head and forget to regroup because that will happen. Circle when you get a new group and label it correctly. Add another group of 67. Okay. Again, taking your time to make sure you don't make a silly mistake. Make sure you can read your own handwriting. Okay. Add another group of 67. 268. Circle that. That's my fourth group. Add another group of 67, right? And you're going to keep going until you have 9 groups because after 9, obviously, we would have to regroup, which wouldn't make any sense. And so my next one's 635. Okay. And the reason I circle them is because I have a lot of digits lined up. I don't want to be confused by my 67s. I want to circle the ones that are actually my groups. 402. Okay. So that's my 6th group. Add another group of 67 right here. That's going to be 469. And that is going to be my 7th group. And I have 2 more groups because again, right, I want to go all the way to 9 groups. That's going to be 16, 13, regroup, 536, and that is going to be my 8th group. And then I need one more group right here of 67, and that is going to be 13, 10, and 603 will be my 9th group. And so now I've done all my thinking over here. So now all I need to do is follow my steps of how many groups, multiply, subtract, bring down. So how many groups of 67 go into 5? Obviously that's 0. When you multiply, you get 0. You subtract, and you bring down that 6, and now you can start back over. How many groups of 67 go into 56? Well, again, 67 is bigger than 56, so I'm going to put another 0 right here. I'm going to multiply again. 67 times 0 is 0. I'm going to subtract, and I'm going to bring down my next digit, which is my 5, and I'm going to start back over. Now, how many groups of 67 go into 565? This is why it's so important to have your easy multiple sheet because now I can just look over here and I can see that I can fit 8 groups, but I can't fit 9 groups, so I'm going to put my 8 in my tens place. When I multiply that, I've already done that using repeated addition. That was 536. Now I subtract that. I take my time to subtract correctly. That's going to be 9, and I have 29, and now I have one more digit to bring down all the way over here. And so I start back over. How many groups of 67 go into 294? Again, I can fit 4, but not 5, so I'm going to put my 4 right here. 67 times 4, you've already done. That was 268. And now you can subtract. I'm getting a little crooked. 4 minus 8, can't do that. More on the floor, go next door, get 10 more. And that's going to be 6 and 2. I have nothing left to bring down. I have a digit over each digit in my dividend, and so my answer is going to be 84 with a remainder of 26. So that's how you divide by two-digit divisors. It's the same exact step. Nothing changes. You just make your easy multiple sheet a little bit different. You use repeated addition, so you don't have to try to think about it and take forever to say, okay, 67 times 5 is, oh, 67 times 5 is 335. I solved it using repeated addition. So yes, your easy multiple sheet will take a little bit of time, but yes, it will be super helpful when you get to questions like this. You can just take your information and plug it into your algorithm. We have one more problem. This is a you try. Go ahead and pause the video, make your easy multiple sheet, which should be pretty easy for 25, and then try to solve the problem. When you get done, go ahead and push play and see how you did. So hopefully you just push play and you've already solved it. So you have 234, that's your dividend, it goes inside. Your 25 goes on the outside. Your steps are the same. How many groups? Multiply, subtract, bring down. And over here I'm going to make my easy multiple sheet for 25. 25 being my first group. Whew. And now that I have my easy multiple sheet down, I can start with how many groups. So how many groups of 25 go into 2? 0. You subtract, or sorry, you multiply, subtract, bring down. I start back over. How many groups of 25 go into 23? 0 again, because 25 is bigger than 23. When you multiply that, still get 0. Nothing's changed. Okay. Then you bring down the 4. How many groups of 25 go into 234? Well, I can fit 9 in there, so I'm going to put my 9 right here. When I multiplied that, I got 225. I'm going to subtract, making sure I take my time on my subtraction. That's going to be 9 and 0 and 0. So I have nothing left over. I have a digit over each digit in the dividend, and so this will be my remainder, and my answer is going to be 9, remainder 9. And just for fun, you can double check that using the inverse operation. So that's going to be 45, that's 225, and then I need to add my remainder, which is going to have me regroup. And guess what? 234 is correct. So hopefully you see how useful the easy multiple sheet can be, right? You see how you can just use the steps. The steps don't change when there's a two-digit divisor. Nothing changes. You just use a different easy multiple sheet to make sure that you're organized and you've done all your thinking, taking time to show your work and not try to do it in your head. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. Please check out our resource on the standard algorithm for division, which is our song that we've created. It's on our YouTube channel, which is InstructaBeats Official. We also have a What is the Parts of Division song and a What is a Remainder song. Please check us out on Instagram at InstructaBeats. We'd love for you to subscribe to our YouTube page. Thank you so much for checking out our division playlist. InstructaBeats out!